Hey guys, so today's video is going to be another makeup collection video, and today is going to be eyeshadow palettes. And I have actually quite a few eyeshadow palettes. I didn't realize I had this much. I didn't include any quads or trio eyeshadows because I'm going to be putting those in the single eyeshadow makeup collection video if I do one of those, because I don't have that many single eyeshadows. So let me know if that's something you guys want to see, even though it probably will be like a 5-minute video because I don't have that many. I guess I could include it with something else though. Maybe like single eyeshadows and falsies or something. I'm gonna do drugstore palettes first because I only have a few of them, because there are not a lot of eyeshadow palettes that come to the drugstore. I only have a few of them. Okay, so the first drugstore eyeshadow palettes I have are these hard candy ones. I've actually never used these. They're just sitting in my drawer. This one is in, this is 1601 maybe, and then this one is 1602. Other than that, there's no other names on these. There's only one matte in this palette, and it is this black grayish color. The rest are shimmer shade, and it's a lot of grays, as you can see. And then this is the other one. This one is 1602. This is more like wearable colors, I feel like. It's a lot more warmer colors. There are no mattes in this, it's all shimmer shades. So I have those two. Then I have this really old LA Colors eyeshadow palette. I actually got this a long time ago, and it is full of warm shades. This is actually like the first eyeshadows that I bought type thing. Then I have this LA Colors eyeshadow palette. This one just says eyeshadow. None of these have names. This is also just full of warm shades. There's a blue metallic shade and some like rose gold type of shades. 8 matte shades and then 4 shimmer shades. I think I used this maybe once, but I don't remember it, so I can't let you know how I like that. And then I have, this is kind of drugstore, I guess. It's Forever 21. It's their Love and Beauty by Forever 21. And this is actually a very pretty palette. I really like this shade. The shade's really pretty, and the shade, I will swatch those shades for you. They are extremely smooth. Yeah, this is wow, this is actually a pretty good shadow. Okay, forgot about, I had that even. And then I have the Maybelline The Rock Nudes eyeshadow palette. This is more for like a grungy type of makeup look, I guess. There's 6 matte shades and 5 shimmer shades, and then 1 like satin type of shade. I actually really like this palette. I bought it just for this shadow, and I've never even used it, but I use this palette, just not this shadow. I don't use it anymore just because I found a lot of other shadows that I like so much better than it, but I may still use it once in a while. And then I have the L'Oreal La Palette Nude 1 and L'Oreal La Palette Nude 2 palettes. These are actually like the first like actual palettes I ever bought, so that's pretty cool. The palette 1 is just full of really warm, really wearable shades. There's 10 shadows in both of these, and they were like $15, I think. I'm pretty sure they still sell these. They just like redid the packaging, and I think the formula too, so I think the formula is better. I haven't used this too much, but I still keep it. There's 3 matte shades and the rest are shimmers. I actually really like the colors in this. I stick to more warmer tone palettes, so I really like that. And then this one is really like a purpley pinky type of, it's a much more cooler tone palette, but I have used this. I do like this in like for Valentine's Day, or I like this palette when I'm doing a more pinker or like purple type of look. There are 6 mattes in this one, so this one does come with more mattes than this one. I don't use this too much just because I don't go to cool tone palettes. You'll see mostly all my palettes are warm tone palettes just because I buy cool tone shadows, I just never use them. So then I'm like, why did I buy this? This was a waste of money. The next drugstore palette I have is this Revolution SophX Ultra Eyeshadow Palette, which it has 24 shades in it, and I actually really love this palette. I got this only like a few months ago, so I haven't used it too much, but there are a ton of colors in this, and I actually really like these colors because it's on the warmer side, But you do have like these pops of color in there. You do have some like pinker toned shadows, but you also have like it's more on the warmer side. So I really love this palette. Okay, so that's all like the drugstore palettes that you can buy like actually at the store. And I do have, I'm gonna show you guys some palettes that are drugstore prices. It's just you can't get them at like Target or something. But some Ulta stores carry them, but some of them don't. It just depends what Ulta store you go to. So the first palette is the Zodiac palette from ColourpopxKathleenlights, and it just looks like this. I love this palette. I've used this a lot. I love the shades. They're just all so pretty, and I love the packaging. And these shades are like, they're so soft and smooth, and they blend out amazingly. I love this palette so much. And then the next palette I have is the Dream Street by ColourpopxKathleenlights. I absolutely love this palette. I really love these colors in here. The formula is amazing. If you haven't tried ColourPop, the formula of their palettes, of their pressed shadows, I absolutely love them. I do have their Super Shock shadows, but I never really got them to work for me, so they're just sitting in a drawer. I know you're supposed to use them with like synthetic brushes, and I did, but I don't care for cream shadows too much. It's like, I guess they're like a cream consistency. But I really love their pressed shadows, and I definitely recommend trying them, especially these two palettes, because they're really good palettes. Then I have the MorphexJaclyn Hill palette, and this one is in Bling Boss, and it's just like a really warm purple type of palette. I honestly don't really know why I bought this, but I did, and I do like the shadows. They blend out really nicely, and I do like the like foil shimmer shadows. They're really pigmented, and they look amazing, so I do like that. And then I have the MorphexKathleenlights collab that they did so long ago. As you can see, I do have a lot of the Kathleenlights collab thing. I really, really love watching her, so. And we both like love the warmer tone shadows, so I think that's why I get more of her collabs, because they're on the warmer side. That's what I kind of go to. But this is the palette that they created a long time ago. I never really used this too much. I got it and I liked it, but like the formula was just a little off for me. I really don't know why. They don't sell this, so I'm not gonna really talk about it too much. And I know I have like all these shadows I have about like 20 times, but for some reason I keep on purchasing more palettes that have like the exact same shadows in it. But they're all like different formulas too, so I guess that's fine. Then I have two more Morphe palettes. I have the Morphe 350 palette. It is full of really warm shades. There are a lot of shadows in this palette, and I love this formula. I use this palette all the time, especially when I'm just trying out like a new makeup look, just because this palette's not that expensive. So if something, I can easily repurchase it instead of like it's not like $50. Then I have the Morphe 35B palette. I do know they do not make this anymore. They like made a different one or something. I really don't know. But this is just a really colorful palette. I actually use this a lot more than I ever thought I would. I really like Morphe's formula, so if you haven't checked out their shadows, I definitely would. I love the colors in this. I never thought I would really use this when I bought it, but I kind of bought it just so I could try some more colorful looks, so I would stop doing all the warm looks, because like that was all I was doing and it was getting really boring even for me. So I decided to buy this, and I actually really like this palette. This black is amazing. Definitely recommend this black. It's amazing. Whenever I do a colorful look, I go for this palette because I don't have shades like this in really any of my other palettes. So this is a palette that I go to for colorful looks. Okay, that was all like the drugstore price type of makeup. I guess these Morphe palettes weren't that drugstore price. They're still affordable though. Now we'll go on to more like high-end palettes. And we're actually almost done. This video is not as long as I expected. Okay, so I have 3 of the Toofaced palette type things. These came in a Christmas set for 2017. I got these last year for Christmas. So they came with 3, and this one is for like a nighttime, like night out look. All these have 6 shadows and then 1 like face shade. This one's a highlighter. I actually never use this highlighter. This kind of is just like a go-to night out type of palette to use. And I do like these palettes. They're not as good as their like regular formula. I don't know, they like change these formulas. Then there's a palette called I Believe in Pink, and it's a ton of pink shadows, and then a really, really bright blush, which is really bright. There's 3 matte shades and 3 shimmer shades. I honestly don't use these palettes a ton, just because they're like limited, they were limited edition ones. Then there's Natural Beauty one, and this is just really like warm natural colors. This is just like a go-to palette for people who want warm natural colors. And then I have the Toofaced Chocolate Bar eyeshadow palette. This was my first high-end palette that I bought, and I absolutely love this palette. I haven't used this in a long time, actually. I was thinking about using it, or the other day I was really wanting to use it. I absolutely love this palette. It is one of the best palettes that I own. I then have the Anastasia Subculture palette. A lot of people did not like this palette. It was a very mixed palette. Some things went wrong like when they first came out, but I like this palette. I don't really have colors like this, so I think that's kind of why I like it more. This is the first Anastasia palette, so I can't say the formula is different from this palette to another palette because I've only ever used this palette from them. But I really like it. It's really easy to blend out, very pigmented. Yeah, I really like this palette. I then have the Urban Decay Naked palette. This was a Christmas present from a few years ago. I absolutely love this palette. I don't use it too much just because it is a really expensive palette and I don't want to run out of it, but I really love this palette. I then have the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette. This is her eyeshadow palette. This was such an expensive eyeshadow palette. This was so expensive, but I really like it. Again, I don't use this palette too much anymore just because it was so expensive and they don't make this anymore. And I don't know, it was, yeah, I really just love this palette. I just don't use it too much because it was so expensive. Then the last eyeshadow palette I have is the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette. I got this as a Christmas present for my sister, and I absolutely love this eyeshadow palette. I use this a lot, actually. I really love this eyeshadow palette. This mirror is the best mirror that I've ever seen. I absolutely love this palette. Okay guys, so that was all the eyeshadow palettes that I own. Now I have to go put these all back. Sorry if this video was really kind of all over the place. Honestly, I wasn't planning on filming and I kind of just wanted to sit down and film though. So I did. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you guys want to see more of these makeup collection videos. I'm probably gonna go film another one right now. Also, if you guys want to see a makeup collection of like my brushes, can you let me know? Because I thought of doing that, but I'm not sure. I feel like that would be a little weird. Well, I don't know. But if you guys want to see a makeup collection video of my makeup brushes and like sponges, let me know because I think that would be actually really... I think it would be nice to like know because I feel like a lot of people don't show their makeup brushes. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!